okay? Can you hear me now? Very softly. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. Your input says it should be complete. I'll just have to turn down the music a bit. In theory, nothing has changed, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, sorry for that slightly awkward opening. Welcome back to another stream where I try to co-write with AI Dungeon. Sounds better now. Thank you very much, Fixato. I appreciate that. The exciting thing this time is that someone very kind, I don't know if they want to be named, has donated me 1 month subscription to AI Dungeon, and I've also been donated by someone else a bunch of scales which enable me to it's like in-game currency. I can have more retries, I can try new eventually I could try new environments in the game and stuff like that, so that's very exciting. So we're going to be continuing the same story we were before, but we're going to maybe mess with some of the settings a bit, and hopefully the AI will be way more intelligent, and it'll be, you know, like just fun and interesting. Oh, that's not the right thing. It'll be fun and interesting. So, apologies again for all the technical problems at the beginning there. I am still extremely new to streaming. I think it's in my stuff. Ah, there we go. So if we edit this, can I change which AI it is? Mode, creative, world info. No, that's all fine. Automatic story summarization. Okay, well, let's continue it, and then settings. We're gonna have a nice, fun settings simulator right now while I just try out all the new things. So we're gonna switch to Dragon AI. There we go. Exciting. I'm gonna leave the AI of it bringing things. Default game story, show command button, show icon text. That all sounds good. Tips. I might increase the length of what it produces just a little bit. 10 more characters, I guess. I don't know. Oh no, Joe says this time the smart AI will be laughing at you, not the other way around. Well, the AI, I feel like the AI is laughing at me every time that we play. I feel like it has the upper hand, even though I can edit literally everything that it says. Also, we do now have the option. Oops. We do now have the option to have the AI narrate what is happening instead of me narrating it. We might try that for a little bit and see how it goes. Okay. We'll save those settings. So last time, having been sent on a quest by Kay, the powerful fairy, we were sent to find the court wizard who had cursed Kay, Tarek Weston, and find out what the script on Kay's wrist said. In order to do so, we summoned the spirit of the palace to teleport us there. That was very strange. And while we were there, we were sent by a gardener to a secret door, at which point we encountered Tarek Weston herself. So that's kind of where we are. I think we left off sitting in her tower with her, and she was grilling us for questions. So we're going to see what this new, more powerful AI chooses to carry on with this story. So first I'll read up to it a little bit up to where we are. So, she continues, you were sent to find me by your partner? Partner, you repeat, your mind racing. She can only be referring to Kay, but as she cursed him, you don't think linking your name with his is a good idea. No, I'm here to ask for your help. You wish you were better at lying. Really? Because you must be rather capable to have found your way directly here. And with a whiff of spirit magic about you, no less. She sips her tea. So, what is it that you want? You cast about for something she might believe, but come up with nothing. Tarek's eyebrow quirks. Okay, so let's see what the AI does if I just press enter. And in theory, it's going to narrate it? Oh, it's thinking. The AI doesn't know what to say. Alter, undo, or try again. Okay, I'll start a sentence, AI. I'm sorry. I guess it's a new AI. Maybe it just isn't completely... It isn't up to date with what we've done so far. I don't really know how any of this works. I was going to be editing things in order to do more things, but I think I'd better do it at the bottom just to give it a fresh thing to work off of. Did you already have the tea service come over? I cannot remember what happened last time. Whatever, it's fine. We're just gonna carry on. This is all completely under control. It's supposed to be on. Okay, no more bleeping. Sorry about that. I don't know. Let's see if the AI can do something with this. Doesn't seem to be narrating.
Are you sure?
Ooh.
She asks, a note of worry creeping into her voice. Perhaps you're not as skilled as I thought. Maybe you'd better leave and come back when you've learned to lie. I'm not lying.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't read the bits that I write, it reads the bits that it writes. Cool, okay. Alright, so I said, odd that you cannot recall what it is you came here for, Tarek says. Unless it's only that you'd rather I didn't know. She gestures to a tea service in the corner, which drifts over in front of her. She selects a cup of tea, and the pot fills it, the tea still steaming hot. She sips it, watching you for your response. That's not it at all, you say. And then it was, are you sure, she asks, a note of worry creeping into her voice. Perhaps you're not as skilled as I thought. Maybe you'd better leave and come back when you've learned to lie. I'm not lying. Okay. So, the AI knows that we are lying, which is good. It understands what's happening again. Perhaps you're not as skilled as I thought? A note of worry creeping into... I don't know. Let's try it again, AI. I want to hear the narrator again. I'm very excited by the robot being able to talk to me now. Oh, I didn't read it this time. Tarek smiles. Oh, I think you do. Why else would you have come here? Surely not for my stunning beauty, or we would have been acquainted long before this. Oh my goodness. The AI, the new AI has learned how to flirt. Non-bicep related flirting, guys. This is, folks, even, this is very exciting. I think you do. Why else would you have come here? Wait. Oh no, it also added, I just have no idea what you're talking about. I just have no idea what you're talking about. I feel like I could edit that. I kind of like the flirting. But will it remember Tarek's pronouns this time? I think probably it won't, Fixato. They are in the world info, and it did not remember it before. Has it even used her pronouns yet? No. Let's... I'm gonna make this response make a little bit more sense. I'm happy with the general direction this is going, I guess. I wouldn't have thought to have done this. Okay. I don't know if I have what am I doing? Someone explain to me what I'm trying to edit this into. Never seems like a good reason for trying to cover for not responding. I don't think that works either. Let's try and retry it. Oh. She sighs, leaning forward and placing her tea on a coaster. Out with it then. I haven't got all day. It seems you have no choice but to tell the truth. It has completely given up on narrating, which makes me sad. But, you know... it's probably just because of all the retries. It should really narrate those. You seem to have no choice but to tell the truth. No, we're not going to tell the truth. The whole conflict here is the deception. I'm just going to characterize this a bit more. Am I even using this word right? I miss Google. Okay. So. And then let's continue using the edit function as we were previously. Got time for verification. What was the name of the town we visited previously? Did it have a name? I'm just thinking that that could be useful to bring back in at this moment. That's too far back. Nope, this is... okay. Does it even have a name? I don't think it was named. All right. Excuse me. I just go on this adventure of trying to remember what me and this AI have created because I really don't remember anything but the weirdest stuff. City name. sure. Oh, my auto mod is holding your question. Hello? How's Merlin? Merlin's great. He's asleep on the bed. Merlin is my cat. He's asleep on the bed. He is very calm. I fed him before the stream so that he won't terrorize me while I'm trying to do this. As funny as I'm sure that would be. Okay, let's go with this. So, she sighs, leaning forward and placing her tea on a coaster. Out with it then. I haven't got time for prevarication. The city, you blurt out. I live near Numa and go there to sell potions and similar. There is no law against witches, but I was accosted by a local guard simply for travelling there. This is all a lie, but you hope it's a plausible one. I thought, as a fellow magical practitioner, you might help me resolve the matter and put something into place to ensure it doesn't happen again. I wouldn't say it's all a lie, yeah. I'll go ahead and edit that before we do then. Good point, Vixato. Okay. Oh. And then I press enter, and then I do this. Let's see what the AI does. It isn't the reason, but the event is true. Exactly. That was a good catch. Okay, and then the AI didn't do anything because I was editing, so now I just press enter.
She sighs, leaning forward and placing her tea on a coaster.
Fuck.
Out with it then, I haven't got time for prevarication. Tyrek smiles.
Okay.
How sweet. You want me to scare the guards into submission with my magic so they leave you alone. You open your mouth to object, but she holds up her hand.
Oh, okay. I wanted to do something else. This sounds great. Okay. That's so possible. Yeah. I see. Yeah, I want to do lots of stuff so I can see how smart it is. Be smart, AI. Teferax.
Please, don't deny it.
Hi.
It was a nice try, though. You haven't asked her for anything yet, though you doubt your lie has anything to do with her conclusion.
What?
It seems that she can read minds.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so, Teferax, hello and welcome back. I'm not quite sure I'd imagined a dragon, not quite how I'd imagined a dragon sounding, but it'll do. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree. It's not quite how I'd imagined a dragon speaking either, but I'm okay with it. I'm willing to try it for a while. It's a little bit inconsistent in how it uses it, so I might switch it off at some point, but... Okay, so let's just, like, unpack what's happened here. So, she's like, oh, you want me to scare the guards into submission with my magic, and, like, that's great. And then it disagrees with itself. Please don't deny it. It was a nice try, though. It thinks that we were lying when we said about it. It definitely didn't understand quite what was happening there. But I thought the first response was great, so maybe I should just retry this part of it. But also, we need to be careful about that it can read... It says that it seems that she can read minds. That's not metaphorical in AI Dungeon. If you say that someone can read minds, they can read minds. And unfortunately, I have read stories of very weird things happening because the AI takes the reading of minds down some very strange paths. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. But also, this just doesn't make sense. Tefrak says, is the AI picking holes in its own output now? It definitely seems like it. Is this the next stage? That earlier it just made ridiculous statements, and now it will make the ridiculous statement and then be like, "Oh, you thought I was serious? No, I would never say something like that." Let's try something else. I mean, that's what I would do. I appreciate the flattery, but I don't get involved in the politics of this city. If you want to make friends with Guardsman Orin, then you need to do it yourself. You keep your mouth shut now. Okay, this is fantastic. This is definitely better than before. Tefrak says, we've all had those days where we can't take either writer or editor hat off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm wearing some very weird hats while I do this particular game, but... yeah, it's just having usual writerly problems. Okay, so, like... I appreciate the flattery, but I don't get involved in the politics of the city. That's really interesting. If you want to make friends with Guardsman Orin, then you need to do it yourself. I don't know how she would know the name of the Guardsman, that we also don't know his name. But that's pretty cool. But then the now? Oh, Fixata says, if I recall that Guard was named but had a different name? Okay, let's go and see. That sounds extremely plausible. So here's K at the market. I'll try someone else. The Guard. Not named yet. There's the Guard. No, not named. I guess he's named, but I don't know how she would know. I'm just gonna lightly edit this because I think this is actually pretty good and something we can definitely work with. Number? Nope. Change that to if you want to make friends with the Guards of Numa, then you need to do it yourself. You keep your mouth shut. I'm not just gonna be like, now, like, I feel like I'm just imagining her, like, snapping her fingers and, like, gesturing out the door, like, get out of here. But, that doesn't make sense, so we're just gonna go ahead and a little bit lightly edit this. This is pretty great. That's two inputs that it did that were good in a row. Great work, Dragon AI. Oh, if only I was as good at inputting things. I don't know if it'll recognize that. Okay. Okay. So what we have here is, I appreciate the flattery, but I don't get involved in the politics of this city. If you want to make friends with the guards of Numet, then you need to do it yourself. You keep your mouth shut. So, is that all? Panic bubbles up inside you. If Weston dismisses you, you won't get a chance to search her quarters for the translation of the script on Kay's wrists. You need to come up with a new reason to stay, or better yet, for Tyrek to leave you here alone. Okay, so I'm going to put that in, and then I am going to ask the AI to do the next thing.
I appreciate the flattery, but I don't get involved in the politics of this city.
Nope.
If you want to make friends, Tyrek watches you, her eyes narrow and sharp. You clear your throat nervously. I'm not sure what you mean, you say. You are a stranger to me. Why would I trust you? Are you looking to start a fight?
What? Huh? No. Also, I don't think the narration is incredibly smooth. Maybe I should just keep narrating it myself. Let me know in the chat if you want to keep hearing the AI kind of do the narration. I don't mind. I'm gonna retry that one. She says, so is that all? And you're like, I'm not sure what you mean. Why would I trust you? Are you looking to start a fight? Oh, I love it. It makes no sense. I'm sorry, you're the really smart AI and I'm not doing a great job for you. Teferac says, poor dragon, they're trying so hard, right? Fixate says, I prefer a professional narrator. So the AI then. Okay, we'll carry on. There's a bit of a joke there in that I'm a professional narrator. That's my, like, day job. It's my job when I'm not trying to co-write with computers. You mentioned Kay before, you say. Nope. Nope, she didn't. Who is he? My familiar, she says. You raise an eyebrow. I thought Tyrek was a nickname. Her eyes narrow. You realize she's offended. Oh, what? Fixate says, shush you. You know what I really mean. Well, I might switch off the narrator because it's so inconsistent. I'm a little bit jarred by when it will appear and when it won't. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Dragon AI. I'll do the narration. So she definitely didn't mention Kay before. We've been carefully not bringing any of that up. I love the idea, though, that Kay is the familiar of Tyrek, but I don't get why Tyrek is a nickname or why she's offended. I mean, it's cool. I just don't think... It's still not really a human response. Dragon AI. It's okay. We'll just try again. I'm glad that it's still a bit nuts because, like, I really... like, it would hurt my heart if it was too clever. You're a witch, you say. She's not, she's a wizard. She's a wizard. Let's just try again. I mean, there's no reason those can't be the same, but... Tyrek frowns. You're not a complete idiot, are you? I don't know why you'd try to lie to a wizard, but it's making me less inclined to help you. I'm not lying. It loves them catching the lies, which is really fun. This is kind of good. Maybe we use this. Teferac says... Oh, Fixato says, nickname, a name you nicked from someone. Oh, in reference to Tyrek being a nickname. Yeah, true. Could be. Tiferax. Ooh, Kay being a wayward familiar is a lovely idea and explains why he keeps being restrained by things. Oh, Tiferax. Yes, it does. That's a really, really great point. I was just thinking it makes a great reason why Kay would be trying to get free of Tyrek, but the actual, like, restraint part of it is really good. I think we should actually work that back in. The AI came up with that and it was good. It just, the entire context in which the AI wrote it didn't make any sense. Can I do something with this? That's inclined to help you. I think we can work with this. It really wants us to be caught in the lie. It's okay, Dragon AI. We can get caught in the lie. Alright, I don't know. I wrote too much, probably. So, Tyrek frowns. You're not a complete idiot, are you? I don't know why you'd try to lie to a wizard, but it's making me less inclined to help you. I'm not lying. You take a deep breath. Everything about Numer is true. But you're right that I'm not telling you the whole truth. I'd actually like help translating something. I'm a little embarrassed I can't do it myself. You hope that the admission of embarrassment will be enough to mollify her. You don't see any good way to bring up Kay. Tyrek's eyes light up with interest. A translation? Of what exactly? Show me the text. You hesitate. I can't, you say. I don't have it with me. Perhaps you could help me identify the language, though, with, examples? It sounds weak even as you say it. Yeah, it's because it is weak. Why didn't we get it written down, AI? Why didn't we get that written down when we came here looking for it? Okay. Badcat5 says hello. Oh, well, hello. Welcome. I'm very excited. We're using Dragon AI, which I've never used before, and it's meant to be much cleverer, but it's, I mean, it's... We're still having trouble, but I think that's mostly on me. AI says... I'm not going to play your game, Tyrek says, rising to her feet. If you want my help, you'll have to come out with it. Yeah, alright, let's just go ahead and say it. Oh yeah, editing so you can read it. Sorry. There we go. That cat says, being a user of Dragon since it came out, it's fun. Granted, I have a biased opinion. Well, you know, I was really enjoying Griffin, so I'm quite excited to be using the new one. I can't tell whether I think it's that much more coherent. I guess I think it is. I think I've had more useful responses on the whole, but also like I don't know how much that's like my own bias because I know that it's the more powerful AI. But I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot. And I'm glad that it's not just like completely flawless because it's been very funny seeing its responses. Anyway, welcome. Tips are welcome. I'm definitely using this whole engine like wrong in quotes, like not the way people want you to use it or it's intended to be used because I edit the things that it says. But I do enjoy it. That cat says it does require a bit of micromanagement with the pin and world info, I find. Yes, so last session was the first time I used the world info after many people who use AI Dungeon were like, you need to use that. So far it hasn't really remembered anything I've put in there. I'll have to work with it a bit more. Teferax says most of the responses today have seemed at least a little bit more coherent than before. Oh, thank you, Teferax. That's good, and that's an outside opinion. So yeah, it probably is noticeably different then. Okay. Bad Cat says, I use the pin and world info combined, so I describe the character in the world info and then say I am this person in the pin, and usually it works. Usually. But hey, everyone has their own playstyles. That's helpful, thank you. I haven't played too much with the pin yet, so I'll see how that goes. I will say, so far it has not forgotten Tyric's pronouns, and it hasn't done anything too strange. So yeah, maybe it is already working. Alright. forgotten Soot. I need to keep mentioning Soot. I don't know. Alright. So, we have... I'm not going to play your game, Tyrek says, rising to her feet. If you want my help, you'll have to come out with it. Kay wanted you to steal the information. He'd made it seem like Tyrek would not be happy to hear of his involvement. But now, sitting in the actual tower of the kingdom's court wizard, surrounded by magical artifacts more powerful than anything you've ever encountered, your attempts at subterfuge seem not only foolhardy, but dangerous. Your desire to win Kay's boon shouldn't blind you to your own safety. You decide to come clean. I'm here on behalf of a client, you say. His wrists have a strange script on them, the side effect of some other spell. You shift uncomfortably where you sit and stare at the ground. You might be familiar with him. Soot, your crow companion, preens your hair. You try to think that he, at least, is happy with your decision. Alright. Blackhat says the pin I find can help with coherency. Thank you. I might do some experimentation with that. Off stream. Okay. AI time. Jazz hands. You can't see me, but I'm doing jazz hands. I don't really know why. Okay. Kay, Tyrek asks. You nod, but keep your eyes fixed firmly on the floor. What the hell does he want from me? And more importantly, how does he know that I live here? Okay, no, that one's no good. It is coherent, though. Dragon AI, thumbs up. I'm doing a thumbs up. I don't have a camera, and I'm glad about that, but I do just do a lot of gestures while I'm talking to you folks, and you should know that. I don't know. Okay, so the problem here is that Kay, it's obvious what Kay wants from Tyrek because of the whole handcuff situation, and it's obvious why Kay knows where she lives because she's the court wizard. Thumbs up from Bad Cat, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna retry that one. I have premium, I can retry things as much as I want. This month. You clear your throat to continue, but stop when Tyrek's dark eyes narrow. I know a lot of people. I don't have time for riddles, little one. That one's less coherent. Oh, Backcat, you followed me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me do another retry. Tyrek sits heavily, and you can see the disappointment on her face. Kay, she says, why didn't you tell me? I thought we were friends. You're his friend too, you ask? Tyrek nods. Nobody's friends with Kay. I'm gonna try another one, and then I might do a very short line to give it something else to work off of. Fixata says, do you know a lot of people who have script on their wrists? Yes, this is exactly the kind of situation. Alright, let's try again. I do really like it when it tries again. Okay. Skip. Come on. Okay. Well, Tyrek's eyes are narrow. Out with it! Out with it. The words confirm your fears. Your voice is nothing like the one you hear in your head. I think it's getting more confused. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna write another sentence, and we'll see where that takes us. But A++ AI Dungeon, that was pretty close. Okay, that was a bit longer than I intended. We're working the familiar thing back in that the AI came up with because that was cool. Alright. Tyrk sets aside her tea with a clink, laughing. Her voice is high and cruel. Oh, it wasn't Dick Hay who sent you, was it? I'd wondered how you'd managed to get the binding removed, even partially. She shakes her head. I wouldn't concern yourself with him. He's my familiar, you see. Better for everyone that he remains bound and in my power. Cool, next. Moving on, moving on. AI says, does it understand all those words? Probably yes. How's the AI doing? Mind-blowingly good. That's pretty great. I like it. My mind is not blown. Oh no, you might be familiar with him, has a great double meaning, says Teferax. That was I did that on purpose. Yeah. Gosh, normally when people find double meaning in the things I say, it is absolutely not on purpose, but that time it was. What? Oh, wait, I've just read what it says. Oh my god. She raises her hand and points it at you. Now strip. You're a pretty thing, and that of which Kay deprived me I shall take from you. I thought you said he was your familiar. This is the problem we've been having since day flipping 1 of AI Dungeon. The AI is always just like trying to get horny. No. I don't think I want to go. This is a really dark path. That of which Kay deprived me I shall take from you? That is so grim. Fixato says, that sounds like it's almost something flag-worthy. Yeah, right? Teferax says, AA looks at lips, looks at hands, right? You remember. Okay, no, I'm gonna retry that one. Whew. That's just dark on so many levels. We can't do that. Does the word bound get it? Is it the bound thing? I'm not here to cause trouble, you say. Just tell me what you want for the translation. I can give you a price and you can decide if it's worth it. Tyrk shakes her head. No, it's getting more confused. Maybe it reverts to horny when it doesn't know what's going on, right? You shift nervously. Is she trying to trick you? I'm not sure I understand, you say after a moment. I made a promise not to harm him, she says. Okay, we can possibly work something with that. I don't know. By the way, it is almost 3 p.m, which means we have about a half hour left of stream. I'm not sure that we've made a huge progress today, but also, gosh, it's been a blast. I'm very excited for the last half hour. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and try and edit this, maybe. I know I annoy AI Dungeon aficionados when I edit the things the AI says, but this is how we're gonna roll. We're playing in creative mode. What I'm gonna do is, I'll keep that. I don't know. Alright. Fixata says maybe she just really liked your dress. Like, is this the new strategy? Every time the AI says something horny, we just try and unhorny it with our response. Oh, you want my dress? Okay. You shift nervously. Is she trying to trick you? I'm not sure I understand, you say after a moment. How can a person be your familiar? Your own familiar is Soot. And while you and Soot have a special bond, in your mind, Soot is neither magically bound to you nor humanoid. I don't know why I said in your mind. You didn't even know such a thing was possible. Okay, moving on. Alright. The process is better left undescribed, Tyrek says, waving her hand in a gesture that could mean anything. She's just waving her hands around. It could... What does it mean? Who knows? Let's go again. How can a person be your familiar? Why, he's a servitor, of course, Tyrek says. I don't like that one either. Okay, that's more interesting and also scary. Kay isn't a person, Tyrek says. There's a glint in her eyes that scares you. In her all-white eyes, let's not forget. He's an elf. Did he not mention that? No, of course not. He would never dare risk my wrath by admitting to it. Well, he's a fae. We'll just... Let's not add too many things to what he is, but that's... Oh, dare I say. This is all making me a little bit uncomfortable, but we're just going to run with it because it makes some kind of sense. Teferac says, the AI knows about casual, vehement racism. Yeah, it actually brings it up a lot. Like, this is clearly kind of part of, like, the fantasy scenarios that it comes up with. I don't feel like I have anything like the setup with this entirely unplanned random conversation with this AI in order to explore this kind of issues, so I'm just gonna kind of try and move on and just be like, this person's bad and will help Kay. Alright. Mm-hmm. You don't like anything about what you just said. As uncomfortable a position as Kay has put you in, more than once, he is as clearly a person as you are. An arrogant, annoying person. More, you had worked out for yourself that he was Fae, if only from the frightening amount of power he emanated. If Kay was so powerful and Tyrek had bound him against his will, how powerful was Tyrek? You were so clearly in over your head here. So what does it mean then, you ask? The script around his wrists? Perhaps you can still get the information and get out of here. Tyrek is terrifying, but more forthcoming than you'd originally thought she'd be. And maybe, if you knew more, you might be able to help Kay escape from her. Alright, AI. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Oh, it's a binding incantation, Tyrek says. It doesn't literally bind someone, of course, but it does make it impossible for them to break your commands. And I can ensure that they follow through on their promises. That works, because it was kind of like a physical binding before, wasn't it? And then we broke that. I like that. Okay. That was possibly the most coherent response to anything that also advances the information and story that this AI has ever done. The magic of Dragon AI. I'm doing jazz hands again that you can't see. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know why I do jazz hands so much. Self-reflection time. Teferac says, there's an interesting interaction between Fae promises being traditionally easily broken versus this binding. Oh, is there? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely kind of interesting. Kay so far hasn't been the kind of Fae who, like, can't lie or any of those things. But I don't know. Gold turning to leaves, etc. Yeah, the kind of like trickery aspect is definitely negated here. I don't really know what I'm saying. Let's carry on. All right. Your mind races as you consider what this means. If she can force Kay to do anything she wants, then every power he has, she has. It sounds like a horrible existence to you. For perhaps the first time since you met him, you feel genuine sympathy for Kay. You also feel a mixture of disgust and fear of Tyrek, something you work hard to keep hidden. And the language it's written in is, you ask. If you can get out of here with enough information, perhaps you can help Kay break his bonds. And it seems there is nothing for it but to lay all your cards on the table in front of Tyrek now. Fixato says, I still feel like this story is somehow connected to Books and Bone, whether you intended it or not. It's not. Although I think at some point I'd quite like to do just like I guess like a bonus stream or something where I input loads of information about the world of Books and Bone and do like a Books and Bone themed stream. But that's not like the main story. No fairies in Books and Bone. I just read a lot about magic users. Okay. What does the AI say? I'm wondering whether the AI is going to take this. I let it direct what happens quite a lot. I like the idea of Tyrek trying to stop us leaving or trying to get us to capture Kay now for her and us having to try and work around that. But well, she's just going to straight up tell us for now. Okay. Imbriol, Tyrek says. It's an old language and a powerful one. In the right hands, it can unlock secrets most people have never dreamed of. That's cool! Also, I like that name. Imbriol? It has a nice mouthfeel. I like it. Alright. Fixato says the AI is great for names. I mean, it's okay for them. Sometimes it'll just be like Joe or like just regular names, which is a bit of a problem in the fantasy setting. But you know, we're working with it. No offense, oh no Joe? No offense. Your name is a real world name. Okay. Oh Jesus, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that your name exists in on Earth. That's the extent. I wasn't trying to imply anything. Cool. I want to see if it does something else. Okay, I liked that one. Who wrote it, you ask? Okay. She doesn't seem upset that you had asked, or that you're still prodding for more information. That's good. Then, who wrote it, you ask? Me, Tyrek says. Alright, well, we'll just carry on from... I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Cool. That seems like something the AI might do something good with. All right. It's more than I want to be involved with. Will the AI call you out on yet another lie? Maybe. I think it only knows we're lying if we say that we're lying. She doesn't seem upset that you had asked or that you're still prodding for more information. You stand up. Soot grumbles and shuffles on your shoulder at being disturbed. Well, this has been fascinating, but it's more than I want to be involved with. If you don't mind, I'll be on my way. Tyrek stands up. Oh, she says. But I'm not done with you yet. And then we hit enter, and then the AI says something. Go! I was thinking. It always thinks Kay's here. He's not here. You turn to her. Her eyes still fixed on you, but she's not looking at you. That doesn't make any sense. I can't help but notice that while you're intimidated by me, you're more scared for him, she says, gesturing toward Kay. Nope. Retry. Oh my goodness. She snaps her fingers. The sound seems very loud in the quiet room, and you jump. Then you feel a shock go through your body. Your muscles clench and contract, and you fall to the ground into a fetal position, as pain shoots through every nerve ending. Tefrak says, that escalated quickly. Yes, it did, and we're going to continue with that, and the AI is going to continue with that. That sounds interesting. Sure, I like it when things happen. No. No. As I said, Tyrek says, standing over you, I can't have you blabbing our secrets to anyone. She didn't say that. A moment passes and the pain begins to fade. You try to speak, but can only grope for the words. I mean, it ain't terrible, but, I can't have you blabbing our secrets to anyone. She didn't say that. Maybe we can just edit that. Sure. Just like the most half-assed edits ever from me. Look, it's a smarter AI now. I don't have to work as hard. That's cool, and then I'm gonna have the AI do more things because it's doing interesting things right now, and I want to see where it takes it. Are we all on board with that? So we change it to, didn't I say, Tyrek asks, standing over you, I can't have you blabbing our secrets to anyone. A moment passes and the pain begins to fade. You try to speak, but can only grope for the words. Next we have... Nope. Wait. Now, Tyrek says. Don't worry, it'll wear off by the time you get back home. Probably. Provided you listen to me, of course. She crouches down next to you and looks into your eyes. Wait, so if she was blabbing the secrets... See, this is one of those things that it's like almost human, but actually doesn't make any sense. Because when you think about it, is what she's doing, the pain wore off, but we still can't speak. So is it she's preventing us from speaking? But if it wears off by the time we get back home, then in what way is it stopping us from blabbing the secrets? Probably provided you listen to me. I don't know, maybe we can go with it. It's not the dumbest thing that's ever happened. Tefrak says, unless she's bound you as another familiar. That would be cool. I want to see what the AI does again. I'm really enjoying it coming up with things. One more. Couldn't do this with Griffin AI, I'll tell you that. Because I tried and it was bad. Now you're going to forget everything that happened here. When you wake up, you'll be at your home. You probably won't remember most of what happened in the last few days, but that's fine. You'll get it back with time. That's cool! Okay, I'm gonna try and play off of this. So, I mean, it doesn't completely follow on, but it's still cool. He's not dead. I just want to put this out there. Let's just be clear. It's not dead. I would never. I don't know why I'm using this bottom window. This was specifically a thing I was trying not to do before. I liked the bound as another familiar thing, Teferax, and we are totally doing that now. Okay, and then we'll have a time gap, or maybe the AI will do time gap. I don't know if it will know what's going on. Let's see. So, you try again to speak, to ask what she has done to you. Though the pain is gone, your thoughts are increasingly fuzzy. Your limbs are heavy and you cannot move. Soot caws loudly in distress and flies at Tyrik's face. She snaps her fingers again and he hits the floor next to you, still and unmoving. Terror and rage both mix inside of you, but you cannot make a sound. To clarify, Soot is not dead or hurt, so we'll be back. Now, she says, before I send you home, tell me everything about how you and Kay met. Everything he said to you. And please be aware, she smiles, you cannot lie to me. Suddenly you are able to speak. Your mind blurs the details even as it happens, but you must tell her everything. The last thing you remember is of her clasping her hand to yours and of a livid red script circling your wrist. Then everything fades to black. When you wake up, you have no memory of what happened. Oh, hang on. The AI did something. You look at your wrist. There is nothing there. You must have imagined it. Ooh. Hey, AI. Do more things. Say more things, AI Dungeon. That sounds cool, and I like it. That doesn't completely work. You must... I might edit that particular one. I don't know why you must have imagined if you don't have any memory of what happened. Well, that's a future thing. Whatever, it's fine. The AI doesn't know what to say. But you said the last thing, AI Dungeon. It was you. Okay. All right, that's the same basic idea, but it makes more sense. I think honestly this is quite a good place to end the stream for today, but I'm going to try and get a little bit more in, so we have a bit more set up. All right. When you wake up, you have no memory of what happened. You have the vaguest sense that there is something written on your wrist, but when you study it, there is nothing there. Soot, you call. Soot flies to you from his perch and lands on your shoulder. He preens your hair and makes distressed sounds, almost frantic with concern. I'm fine, you say, stroking his feathers in an attempt to soothe him. I just had strange dreams, I guess. The AI doesn't know what to say. Okay, well, let's do a little bit more. First of all, we're in bed. Why is the AI not know what was doing? I don't know. How do I use the pin system? When you wake up, you are in your bed. You have no memory of what happened. You have the vaguest sense that there is something written on your wrist, but when you study it, there is nothing there. Soot, you call. Soot flies to you from his perch and lands on your shoulder. He preens your hair and makes distressed sounds, almost frantic with concern. I'm fine, you say, stroking his feathers in an attempt to soothe him. I just had strange dreams, I guess. You begin to go about your usual routine. Everything feels normal enough, though you struggle with the simple spells that make daily life easier. There is a knock at your door. You don't know why, but it fills you with dread. When you open it, it is to a young man in expensive-looking robes. He looks harried and pushes in without an invitation. So she got you too, he says. The AI doesn't know what to say. Well, I guess I'll try and deal with that with pins next time. Thank you for being here for this stream. I definitely think Dragon AI has been really fun. I'm very excited to be using that for the next month. I think the AI got to say a lot of stuff this time, which is great. I'm going to enjoy letting the AI have more free reign. Teferac says, great cliffhanger. Thank you. I hope so. I'm excited for what comes next. I don't know how on earth the AI is going to be able to handle memory loss of your character. But I'm excited to see where that goes. Yeah, this has been really fun, and I'll be back again next Wednesday at 2 p.m. GMT, or whatever that is in your home time zone. And I may stream some unrelated games on other days, but that's unofficial. Yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.